Welcome back to Live at 9. A guest that you may be familiar with now, Beth. The last time you were here, we talked about e-waste and the importance of getting rid of it. Yes. But I wanted to go maybe specific with something that people have. I mean, I like to think most people have laptops now in their house, but at some point they break down.
They do.
And it's time to get rid of them.
Yes.
What do? You
take them to a company that properly recycles and responsibly recycles technology equipment. So devices, televisions, any type of equipment that plugs into a wall can be properly disposed of. And so certified companies properly dispose of these, ensure that they don't end up in a landfill, ensure that no private information and data escapes. And the beautiful thing about that is it can be recycled completely in what we call a closed loop and contribute back to a circular economy and be reused again, even though the whole can.
You won't be using it, but here's the thing. You don't want to just throw this in the trash. That's I think that's the #1 step with this. Your laptop breaks, you take it somewhere, they say, oh, sorry, we can't fix it. It's done. And you go, okay, and you go and you throw it in your trash bin. No.
No,
so you take it
there.
You take it to an expert, but you said that there could be some way to, I guess, these parts are worth money, even though the computer doesn't work together.
Occasionally, and sometimes they can be worth money, and that would go into a more of a recovery or reuse model that we have of newer equipment, but really old equipment. And I will say there are so many people. I would venture to say 80% of us have some type of electronic device that we have stuffed in a closet or a drawer or a garage or attic, and they're just sitting there. And so they can be taken. People can, rest assured. And we, while we work with corporate clients mostly, our company NextTech does offer disposal services for our community, which are at this upcoming is America Recycles Day next Friday, November the 15th, from 7:30 until 4:30 at Renaissance at Colony Park. And people can just drive up, give us their old equipment, we'll load it up, we'll take it back to our facility, we will destroy the data and make sure that it's properly recycled. And this was just an example of what can happen to a laptop. So it can be disassembled and dissected, as we call it. Processors can be recovered and properly recycled because they have certain materials in them that we want to send back for creation of new equipment as well.
So sometimes I've opened up my laptop, I've had to fumble with some things to try to get it to maybe turn back on. When we're looking at this, what are some of the things in here that are very important to get rid of?
First of all, I would say the battery, the lithium battery. And so these batteries are taken out, they're properly disposed of. They have to go to companies that specialize in recycling of these because of the materials that are contained in them. So that would be the first thing that we do, is take apart this battery to be recycling. And then from there, we have things that we can recover. This is the RAM, and it can be recovered and reused into different computers, assuming that it works properly, and we test everything. The hard drive.
The most important thing maybe in there for
for data destruction, yes. So that can be easily destroyed. And even with desktops, a lot of people have desktops. Larger hard drives like this one can be taken, fed through our shredder, and turned into this.
So this turns into this?
Yes, so you're not getting any data off that.
Looks like I could get cut if I put my hand.
Yes, probably so too. But that gets recycled, and the different metals are extracted from that as well into different areas and sent downstream for further back into, again, our circular economy.
Got it. So that stuff actually goes back into making maybe a new laptop.
Yes, exactly. There
you go. I guess that's the whole idea of recycle.
Yes, it does. Keep it out of our environment and destroy all the data so that everybody's information is protected.
What happens if one of these does get into a landfill? What are the problems that can occur?
It's really sad. It has hazardous materials in it like mercury, lead, cadmium. They can leach into the environment, spread into our water, harm our wildlife. And we have such a beautiful state. We want to take care of it.
Absolutely. All right, one more time about
ourselves.
this. Yeah, of course. One more time, tell us about that event.
That event is a week from today, Renaissance at Colony Park, November the 15th, from 7:30 in the morning until 4. afternoon, and it's in the parking lot adjacent to I-55, in between I-55 and Barnes & Noble. And people just drive in, we'll take it and take it from there.
Yeah, and the last time we had you on, it sounded like there were some Live at 9 viewers that decided to stop by.
Yes, that is true. We actually took in more than 12,000 pounds of e-waste.
12,000 pounds?
Yes, yes.
That doesn't even, I can't even comprehend that.
It was 2 truckloads, truly. It was
the
a
community,
steady stream, yes.
It's nice that the community is starting to understand, like you said, the importance.
They do.
I don't think it was that long ago you just take your laptop and you would just throw it in the garbage because, okay, it's no longer there.
Yes.
And we have a guest coming on later about organizing, and she always says to throw things away when you're done. Don't let these just hang out in your house. If they're broken, take them to you.
Yes, that's exactly right, too. So, and it's true, most people really do want to do the right thing. And so that was very wonderful to see people pulling in for that. 12,000 pounds worth.
That's wonderful.